a hypermart behind me, and you guess what is its name? Front half is actually chocolate, in the middle is just some pandan. One notable feature about here is that there's actually an ice skating rink. Welcome to Batam! Ladies and gentlemen, I've just stepped foot into Batam Central. So basically the queue was very long at the immigration, and the immigration officer identified some of us to try to go to the express lane. So for the express lane where we get our visas approved and pasted as a sticker in the passport, and we have to pay an equivalent of 20 Singapore dollars or 200,000 rupiah. So let me know in the comments below whether this is a usual practice in the when entering Batam Central through priority lanes. Our first stop in Batam Central is the Mega Mall Batam Center. So this is where I'm going to settle my early lunch. Right now I'm feeling very hungry because for breakfast I'll need a very little bit. Only like a fish muruku and maybe the durian tart, and that's it. As you can see, there are not many people in this mall as it has just opened at 10 AM local time. I'm still looking for the venue to settle my early lunch. The lunch I had just now, what I like is the large variety of the food options available. So it can be, for example, Indonesian cuisine, and it combines with seafood. And when I order the portions, I notice that they are relatively small in portion, but I like the variety, and most importantly that I order altogether 5 dishes and it sets me back close to 10 Singapore dollars. So I feel that it is pretty much a deal. In this mall, there is a hypermart behind me, and you guess what is its name? I'm going to reveal to you. Hypermart. Let's go in and have a look and see how big the hypermart is. It turns out that the hypermart behind me is actually considered big scale, although I have seen hypermarts bigger than this place. Behind me, the Batam Grand Mosque, and you notice that the dome is blue in color. While this is actually a landmark of Batam, it's unfortunately undergoing renovation works, so we can't really go in and take a look. But I hope when the renovation finish, and we would like to have a tour on it the next time. Walking along the Batam streets, and it's actually a far cry from what I use in Singapore. Look in front of me that, okay, although the vehicles are like as per normal, but if you notice on both sides of the street that you won't be surprised if you see forests after a stretch of shophouses. You can also see quite a lot of overgrown plants which are on the sides of the pavement. So gives a bit of indication on basically the maintenance of this place. Next destination, One Batam Mall. You can see it right in front of me. As due to the scorching weather, and I can't wait to go into the aircon place. Let's see what they have in the One Batam Mall. Over here I actually bought a snack. So if you look at the front half, it's actually chocolate. But you can see that in the middle there's some pandan. So I'm going to give you a taste test. So basically for this, it's pretty unique because when the batter is being poured into the mold and they already mix the chocolate with the pandan. So the pandan is on one half and the chocolate is on one half, and they already mix together. So moreover, I also ordered the cheese which is actually inside the wafer. So it's pretty much a tasty snack, and I'm just going to enjoy it before we continue to walk along the coast of Batam, or to explore Batam rather. One notable feature about here is that if you look behind me, that there's actually an ice skating rink. This is one of the unique features in this mall, and you can see that there are some people doing ice skating. So each session is about 1.5 hours, and for each day that it operates, there are altogether 6 sessions. The price for one skate session costs about 10 to 13 Singapore dollars. So do let me know in the comments below to see whether it's a deal or not compared to the rates in Singapore. While most of the stores at the ground floor are open and operating, the same cannot be said for the first level, which is directly above the ground level. You can actually take a look around me that most of the shops, they are either vacant or they are going to move in as a tenant very soon. And if level 1 is already like that, and same can be said for level 2, which is like all the way up. So I hope the more the tenants come in, and hopefully the mall become more vibrant. Notice something interesting, and roundabout behind me, you can actually see the map of Batam, with Batam being the largest island among the archipelago of Riau Islands. By the way, in Indonesia, the official tally for the number of islands is about 17,508 islands. So this is a nation that is full of islands, comprised of the combination of islands, you can say. And you can also see the election posters directly behind me. So this is a candidate for the Batam city. So things are going to be very interesting. And not only that, there's going to be a Batam Marathon event happening the next day on the 14th July, right at the heart of this city. We may have used to seeing paved roads in Singapore, but if you look in front of me, you can see the roads ahead of me is literally soil and unpaved roads. This is not an uncommon sight in Batam, by the way, as there is still lots of room for the roads to be, and for the infrastructure to completely develop. Right in front of me is a Batam Light Festival. So you can see that in daytime it looks like very deserted. Nobody is there. But actually it opens at 1700 hours, which is like about 1.5 hours time. So you expect to see inside that there are actually, for example, the lights accompanying the fountains, maybe the light shows like lasers, and also some street food stores. I'm not sure about whether this is a ticketed event or not, but if it's free, then it's the best. This facility, by the way, just opened on the 30th March of this year. So it will be an interesting addition to the tourist attractions of Batam. And I hope I can visit it the next time. By the way, looking at the sign in front of me is read as Indomaret. Guessing that the Indo part comes from Indonesia. Maret, maybe a mart. Just like the 7-Eleven in Singapore, that the Indomaret is a convenience store. You see this Indomaret literally almost everywhere, even in Batam. That inside their facilities like banks, they also do sell convenience food. It can be like a sausage, can be like bread, and they also sell drinks. Pretty much like a 7-Eleven back in Singapore. Guys, do you see something in front of you? Do you manage to see the word welcome in the screen? And it looks like the Hollywood version. Would like to bring you there to see what is the full length of the word. Is it just welcome only or welcome to Batam? Let's find out. I'm also seeing another word, Batam, I think. So, is this part of the sentence? Welcome and Batam I've seen. Is there any other words? Let's find out. You can see in front of me that there is a lot of empty space, and beyond that is actually the bay of Batam City, I suppose. And you can also see that they are constructing the new apartment block complex called the Onyx Square Batam. So there are exciting developments in Batam, which includes the construction of new residential areas. Thinking, are they targeted at locals or are they targeted at foreigners more for the investment? There is a hotel that is decorated with a military-like design, which looks like very cute. So I'm wondering whether those statues outside the hotel act like a bodyguards, so to deter any intruders from coming and make people stay inside the hotel feel safe. That's something for you to think about. I'm seeing some posters and decorations in front of me, and I'm wondering what is this. If anyone knows, do feel free to put in the comments of this vlog so that we will uncover more information in this adventure. I noticed a graffiti in front of me, which is very funny. The one in blue, I believe you know how to read the words. Guys, it says in front of me, welcome to Batam. That being said, I hope to come back to Batam again. This is only the introductory exploration of Batam Central, and I hope to explore more of the island in the future. There is also a mini Ferris wheel behind, somewhat like a mini amusement park. And next to it is actually, I guess, somebody else's house running a breakfast business. So this must be a very interesting concept. Over here at the Batam City, that I often see government buildings which are important or which are actually located here right at the heart of Batam City. Also, I see important institutions, for example, like the Bank of Indonesia, and also which is a telecommunications company in Indonesia, just like Singtel, StarHub, etc. in Singapore. All this located at the heart of the largest island in the Riau Islands, which is called the Batam Island. This island takes up about 67% of the land area of Singapore, about 400 plus square kilometers in area. Generally, I find the dinner very sumptuous, as I like the tteokbokki with the sauce and the cheese. And most importantly, that I feel much more refreshed when I eat a mango dessert. So now I am completing my dinner with this milk tea before I leave Batam back to Singapore. I would like to share with you the following tips for Singaporeans want to come to visit Batam, whether it's for a day trip or for a few days. Number one, do bring along some Singapore cash in case you want to change it at the money changers. This is because from my experience, let's say I buy this milk tea and they don't accept credit cards but they only accept cash. So do bring sufficient cash, not only in Sing dollars, and also do change into the Singapore dollars into the Indonesian rupiah in advance. How much at minimum do you need for the Singapore dollars? Okay, because when you come to the Batam Center Ferry Terminal, you will need to pay 10 Singapore dollars when you arrive. And when you depart the Batam Center Ferry Terminal, you also will need to pay 100,000 Indonesian rupiah. If not, you have to pay 10 Singapore dollars, which I feel is more expensive. Second point, do factor in contingency plans. Do expect the queues at the immigration counter, especially when you arrive in Batam, to be very long. So sometimes that they may just ask you to go to the express counter instead, so don't be surprised. But be prepared, include your itinerary to include delays, especially at the immigration at the Batam Center inside. Lastly, don't forget to purchase the kueh lapis before you set out from Batam. Kueh lapis is actually a famous product found in Indonesia, so you should buy one to try it. And don't forget to not only enjoy yourself, but also do share with your family and friends. Do remember to share, like and subscribe my YouTube channel so that you won't miss any important updates. When my next adventure be at home or away, I will see you in this vlog. Bye bye!